Well, I'm gonna guess that he's gonna be facing that way as he's coming back into the door after we've all kind of finished our combat for the rest that we were gonna take.
Oh, we're still in the house?
Yes,
Okay.
that is where we left off. We left off in the house. Eleran's just gonna kind of prop his rifle up against the wall and just kind of plop down. That was significantly more intense than I had anticipated it was gonna be. It was awesome.
Yuki's just gonna kind of look at him and be like, I hardly share your enthusiasm.
About you, Darian.
Combat's combat. You kill them or they kill you. It's always the same.
You're no fun. There's gotta be some static coming from the dead guy here.
Magic dead guy.
Well, that's a bunch of dead guys, but he's an important dead guy. How are you important if you're dead? Shut up. Fucking stories, that's why.
You weren't important when we killed you, but you're important now.
There's gonna be some static. There's gonna be some inconsistent voices, almost like there's a bit of a tussle going on the other end. One of the voices, though faint, is obviously female. And the male voice is just going to be like kind of gruff, grunting a little bit. Stay still, damn you. Female voice, you're going to hear just very, very faint. Fuck you. And then, just the spitting. Gonna hear a very distinct thud. Gonna be a bit of conversation. Just yeah, thanks. Finally, fucking bitch wouldn't shut up. Gonna be a little bit of a rattling, just like, god damn it, broke my fucking comm. Eleran's gonna have kind of closed in on it. Who do you think that was?
Not quite sure.
Well, anyone being taken in by these guys is probably not on their side.
I don't think anybody's on these guys' side. It's kind of like they attack indiscriminately.
Possibly. I don't know.
I mean, they technically did shoot down a school helitransport.
Sure, there's a reason for that somewhere, though. Darian has a cell phone. Yeah, both of them do.
They've got the wrist comm thing.
Yeah, the Omni-Tool cell phone.
Yeah. They don't carry around regular cell phones like regular people. Their fucking parents own
Yeah,
a
but
fucking...
you get the idea. You have a communications device
Yes,
that's of a personal type.
Yes.
All at once, there's gonna be kind of like an emergency alert.
Okay.
Almost like the ones that we would get for like a flash flood or something of the sorts.
Okay.
Severe weather notification. It's not going to be as loud or as annoying, but it's going to be very demanding. And while I have to pull one out, your
It's just gonna flash.
devices are just going to actually just open up immediately.
Hers will, his won't.
Okay.
He modified his.
In finger quotes.
Yes.
We have to add the finger quotes.
Because it wasn't technically a modification. It was more like, I hate it when this thing does things that I don't want it to, so I fucking disabled it.
He opted out of the emergency
it
alerts.
does no. He still gets the alerts, but instead of it like opening up and you hearing the announcement and whatnot, his just kind of has a little blinking red blip, so he can open it up and see what it's about.
So yours is going to immediately pop out, and Eleran's just going to pull out his phone, and there's going to be almost like a distress signal of sorts on a frequency rarely used outside of the Lightsworn Academy. And he's going to look, Eleran's going to look down at it, very confused for a moment. And then he's going to perk up, just like, oh shit. I mean, it wasn't Alana, but sure, she's fine.
You're sure your sister's fine? We fucking fell out of a helicarrier. You're very optimistic.
If you knew anything about my sister, you'd know that she's too fucking stubborn to die. There's no other real information to guess who it is.
As I say that to you, though, Yuki's gonna kind of stand up, walk over, and... Darian.
He's gonna kind of look away from his phone for a moment. That might have been a little excessive.
She's just gonna look at Darian and be like, apologize. Apologize for what? What you just said. What? About being optimistic? No, about his sister being dead. It's true, she might be... You don't need to say that. Fine. I'm sorry.
You kind of had a point, though. I'm gonna go ahead and ignore it, but you have a point. He's gonna quickly like count on his fingers of like who the other people that were on the helicarrier. Aaron? It's a student line. Is that one going to be him or? Well, the options of who could have triggered this are very, very slim. One way or another, we should probably go investigate it.
Alright.
I'm getting my directions set. It's looking like it's coming from the north. And continuing to move that way. That's where the bad guys came from.
And we want to head, what, west?
We were heading west to get to
Dragon's
Rest.
Skyfall, whatever.
But the bout of combat that we had recently engaged in had came from the north.
So at this point in time, we haven't received communication from Olana and Willem and
No, that'll happen later.
Karak. Or Kirk. I think it was Kirk. So every time I see the name, I think of Katie Kirk.
Every time I see the name, I think of Anger Centaur Gaming. I spend a lot of time on YouTube.
Apparently.
It's the reason why it's so justifiable for me to pay for YouTube Red.
Yeah.
It gets really annoying when you got a 40-minute video and you get 4 fucking ads in the middle of it. Yeah, you can only skip a certain number of them before it forces you to watch them.
Yeah. They don't bother me that much, I guess.
They annoy the shit out of me. Any commentary from the siblings before heading out?
At this point, if our path's decided, we're gonna, I guess, go towards the signal.
Well, I mean, it's not necessarily decided. That's just one option that we have.
Darian's gonna walk over to the corpse, and he's gonna grab the communication device that we were just hearing from. And he's gonna kind of. What does it look like? Does it have like an earpiece and whatnot?
No, it's legitimately just like a walkie-talkie.
Well, really low tech.
Reliable.
So he's gonna grab it. He's gonna kind of break it open. He's gonna pull out some tools real quick. He's gonna clamp onto a couple of wires and play around on his armband, and it's gonna pick up on the frequency.
Roll tech.
What was that one?
Arcana.
Yeah, he's got +5. It's 7.
What? That's with your bonus?
That's with the bonus. I rolled a 2. You're supposed to be my good die.
The power from your
It's gonna
high
short
tech
out.
is going to short out the walkie-talkie.
You're gonna see Darian's just like shoulders and head just go. As he kind of drops it on the floor and puts everything back in his pocket.
Reliable until you hook it up to something fancy.
Yep.
Anything from Yuki?
She's still shaken from combat. Is there a pistol on him?
Yeah.
Good. Exterior needs a pistol.
Dates.
Hmm?
Dates. 5150.
Single shot pistol?
Semis, yeah.
Okay.
Semi-auto.
You said 5150?
Yeah.
So, 4 shots?
15.
15? That's a lot of ammo.
3 shots are already going to have been used, but it's a 15 shot clip. So you've got 12 remaining.
He doesn't have any spare ammo on him for his pistol?
He's got 1 extra magazine.
So that would be 27.
Yes.
I don't think acquiring more ammo would be that hard.
No. It uses, like, very common stuff. In fact, much of it is interchangeable between the low-end rifles. It's not until you get into the higher, fancier stuff that you're swapping out ammo for different stuff. The burst rifles and the pistols use the same ammo. Single shot rifles use a slightly higher caliber round, and heavy rifles use a much higher caliber round.
Darian's gonna pick up the pistol. He's gonna check the chamber. Kinda fiddle around with it, make sure it's in decent working condition. But he's also gonna kinda grimace at the fact that he has a firearm. He's gonna holster it.
Eleran's gonna stand up and kind of throw his rifle over his shoulder. So, what are we doing?
Well, if that signal is really one of our classmates, we can't very well just leave them.
I'm glad you think the same. You holding up okay? It's only the start of it. It's definitely gonna get worse.
Alright, let's get out of here.
Eleron's just gonna kind of climb through the window. We're gonna travel north for several hours before we start to come into a slightly more forested area. One of the few places that technology hasn't ravaged. There's roads that go through, but they're just dirt roads. Likely left over from continuous use from many upon many years. Though they seem pretty barren. There's not really any tracks to be followed. The ground's, while it's dirt, it's also fairly tightly packed. So even as we're walking, it's almost like we're walking on cement. We're not leaving footprints. There's nothing spectacular or nothing outstanding that could be used to track somebody through this. I think I took humanoids as my
favorite enemy.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely did, because I'm sitting there and I kept forgetting to add my +2 to damage when I hit things. Can I help you? No? Okay. Go back to sleep. We're gonna continue to walk, and as night starts to come upon us, we hear some voices off to the northwest. We're all half elf, aren't we? Yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, so it's obvious that it's elvish. There's some slang being used that we don't necessarily recognize, but the language is definitely elvish. There's some talk of partying and drinking, among other things. There's not really anything.
No.
Hey! Stop that, you. Just car, fine. Fuck you.
Those are not food.
She was gonna pick it up and run away with it and start swatting it around
No, I
the
know,
floor.
because she tried doing that yesterday with your fire. She's like digging in here. That's why I was like, I just poked up like, what? No.
No eating the drow, kitty. Murder the drow another day. How do you want to approach it? If at all.
Well, like you said, it kind of sounds like they're like young adults, teenagers, and all they're trying to do is go out and party. There's really no reason to engage them.
So we're just gonna make our way by? Ignore it?
I mean, I guess I can investigate.
Well, that's on you. However you want to do it.
Yuki won't. It's my investigation. Ooh, +5.
Ooh, piece of candy.
Yay, that's a 16.
Your initial thoughts were pretty close to right. It is a younger group. They are drow, and they are armed. It's almost as if it's a, yeah, we made it in, kind of celebratory thing.
Yeah, we survived.
So there's a group of 5 of them. A couple of them are just kind of like tossing around a football. A few of them are like popping, but one of them's popping tops off of bottles, starting to pass them around. Another one's sitting there getting their little radio set up. What do you want to do? I need to take you to the groomer's, kitty.
Yeah, whatever.
No, don't. I'm fine, bitch. Poke.
He's legitimately like really contemplating what he should do. He's calculating like different things in his head.
I mean, because on one hand, they're all pretty much just like kids. On the other hand,
If we leave them alone and we cause a ruckus somewhere else, we're still gonna have to deal with them later.
they're still of the same kind of armor. They're not necessarily wearing any, but they're just kind of casual outfits. But there's one of them that's still in armor. There's
Which one?
weapons scattered around. This guy is armored.
What's the terrain look like?
There's some trees strewn about, but this is a pretty open, clear area. There's a path that leads out this way. But otherwise, it's just kind of a clearing in the woods. The ground appears to be the same kind of ground that we've been walking on. Fairly stiff, unlikely to have a whole lot of give to it.
Darian's gonna look over at Eleran. Your weapon's got a scope, right?
Low powered, but yeah.
What are they drinking?
Of all the fucking things you could ask.
Just answer the question.
Yeah, alright, fine. He's gonna sling his weapon over and just kind of like press a button, and it's just gonna kind of open up, and the scope's gonna pop up. It's gonna kind of peer through it. Oh, looks like some cheap elven ale. I can't get a clear look.
That's fine. We're gonna wait a little bit.
And do what?
We're gonna wait till they're a little bit more drunk.
What, then we're gonna pounce them as they're all falling over?
Yeah. It's the best tactical option we have right now. We're outnumbered.
Fair enough.
Even if they get to comms while they're drunk, the only thing the person on the other end's going to hear is a garbled, drunken mess.
Alright, fair enough. So for the next couple of hours, we just kind of patiently wait. This one finally changes out of his gear. After a few hours, they've broken out some harder stuff.
Do they move around at all?
I'm getting there.
Okay, I'm just asking. Because, I mean, if you're drinking, you're not going to be static like they are right now. I mean, she might fall in the fire.
I don't think their drunken stupor is going to get quite that bad.
Never know.
So their drinking is going to continue. This dude's just going to kind of pass out. He's a lightweight. He's still alive, but he's out.
That works.
In standard, younger age stuff. This dude's a bit of a douche. He's going to come over and, like, start doodling shit on his face with a Sharpie.
Where the fuck did you get a Sharpie?
Or whatever this world equivalent of a Sharpie is. Some kind of a permanent marker.
But why would he have that on him?
Because it's a writing utensil?
Okay.
Why is it that hard to believe that a bunch of military personnel would have a Sharpie?
Why not a pen or... I don't know. It's weird.
Who's to say that he doesn't have a pen and a bunch of other shit, too? Maybe he's got a tattoo gun, for all you know. Doodles on his face with a Sharpie.
Doodles on his face with a tattoo gun. This shit's permanent.
I'm not sure he's that fucked up. So as the night starts to go down, they're all kind of like tipsy and wobbling around. This one over here is just like, oh, help me carry him. Just kicks him. Passing out. Stupid.
He just kicks the fire.
Well, try to kick the dirt onto the fire and kind of stumble back a little bit. This one's just going to pull out like a jug of water and just dump it on it.
Whenever you're ready. Yuki hits.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Alright, so Yuki's gonna hit this one. For 10 damage.
Ooh. 10, 16 divided by 2 is 8, plus 5 is going to be... 8 plus 5 is 13. Oh, disadvantage.
What was that roll?
Con save.
Oh.
In his drunken state, without passing the con save, the bleeding would be too intense and he would just kind of collapse.
Oh, okay.
Alcohol's a blood thinner.
But I'm pretty sure they've noticed because we don't have silencers yet.
They're gonna kind of like, oh shit! Oh, I'm drunk as fuck. They're gonna kind of drop him and just attempt to run away. One, two. Damn.
She
Three.
hit this one.
$14, so 7 plus 5.
Ooh. She hit this one for 13. Alright, so he's passed out and has shit on his face. And
The other four
are bleeding out.
are, yeah. The loss of blood combined with the alcohol, they're at cold. Soon to be dead.
I can move freely.
Yeah.
That's 19.
What are you, stabbing him?
Yep.
Advantage. See, do you crit? You
No.
do not. Where are your demasheries?
It would be D10. I can't see what it is.
7.
7 plus my modifier, which is 4, so 11 damage.
He's very dead.
Yuki's just gonna kind of look at all the death, and then look at her brother and be like, "You didn't have to do that."
No. But we also didn't have to murder a bunch of drunken drought kids either. You had no issue with that.
Actually, she did.
But you did it anyway. Without hesitation.
Because her brother told her to.
What do you guys got? She's got heavy. No, you're both using medium. You have chain shirt and she has
No, she's got chain shirt, and I have scale mail.
chain shirt, scale mail. What do we got here? Picking through the area, you only see stuff roughly equivalent to the stuff that Yuki's using. On the other hand, it is of a different kind, emblems and so on and so forth. want to collect it, or are you just gonna kind of leave it? Do you care about it at all?
Is it all covered in blood?
No, none of them were equipped with it.
Oh. Do any of them have helmets?
No. There's 3 sets of it.
Darian's not going to be interested in it, but if you guys... If Yuki and Eleran...
Eleran's not particularly. He can tell that it's slightly sturdier than what he's using, but he's apathetic towards it.
Yuki's fine the way she is, then. Darian was thinking about it from a tactical standpoint. If it had helmets, then they could use it to sneak into places, but seeing as how there are no helmets, they hold no tactical value.
Also, there's a couple of pistols lying on the ground. They don't look like anything fancy, but they're kind of stacked up with the armor. Also, they're not totally out of alcohol.
Darren doesn't care about the alcohol.
Okay. Just figured I'd say it. We collect the ammo and divide it up.
Although, if Eleran wants to grab the alcohol, by all means.
Yeah. Not this time. We got stuff to do, and alcohol would only make that more difficult.
Exactly.
I don't know. Figured I'd let you know in the event that, you know, one of you decides to turn into Arizima.
No, Darian's starting to turn more and more into the way Edwin would think. Or Atticus. Seeing as how Atticus was very tactical as well. Very crass, but very tactical. This isn't a good idea, Atticus. I know, Atten, but we're doing it anyways.
Atticus, this is a terrible idea. So?
Which is why it'll work.
No!
Yes!
I'm gonna go ahead and say that this has a good chance of killing us. Like a substantially higher chance of killing us than I'm comfortable with.
But that's why you have all that Healy Mojo stuff.
That's a terrible excuse to do stupid shit.
Oh well, doing it anyways.
Sneaks up, opens the door. Fucking dragon. I told you this is a bad idea.
In hindsight, yes, you did. But now we're leaving.
Shouldn't have come at all. I hate you.
Noted. Now run.
Dragon bursts through the door, chases us down. Fuck. All I can picture at that point is like Monster Hunter.
I can just see us like running through the woods, and it's just like, if there was ever a time you were going to use shield, that would be that time.
Fuck you! I'm just running. I ain't taking time to stop for that. Anyway, back on topic.
There you go, recorded history right there.
Yeah, it happened. We ran away from a dragon and survived. Mostly because our betters came out and fucked it, like, hard. Can't imagine that trail leads anywhere safe. On the other hand, it's probably our best bet for finding much of anything.
Signal.
A little weaker, but it's in that direction.
Well, then I guess we know where we're going.
I'm gonna do atin things.
No, you're not.
I am not proficient in insights.
What are you trying to do?
Determine how bad of a feeling I'm getting about this. I have wisdom, I might as well use it.
She's got wisdom too, I guess.
Does she have a bad feeling about it?
She's got a bad feeling about everything at this point.
Yeah, but how bad of a feeling?
An 11.
An 11? You're cautiously pessimistic about the outcome of this. Like, more so than you were a few moments ago.
It's a good thing he's got a negative wisdom modifier, because he don't give a fuck.
I'm very unsure about it, but being unsure about things is definitely takes a backseat to wherever this signal's coming from. So we continue down the road. Can hear something off in the distance, akin to a motor of sorts.
Darian's gonna suggest that we get into the brush. Is there brush on the side of the road?
Yeah, again, it's just a dirt path cutting through the woods.
Darian's gonna suggest that we all kind of duck into the brush.
Eleran's not against it. I'm not proficient in stealth either? What the fuck?
I don't think any of us are. Granted, both of my characters are high stealth. I mean, high dex, so...
Well, I'm middle of the road dex. I'm a little more talky than Heidi.
I mean, if you wanna chance it, we'll duck into the brush and you can stand in the middle of the road and try and talk it out.
Oh, no. He's going on the brush. And he's gonna see if he can... Yeah, he's gonna do pretty good about getting closer and moving quietly through the brush.
Oh, that was like a stealth check.
Yeah,
to see if
that was
move
a
forward?
stealth to see if I could maintain progression. Oh yeah, you guys are fine.
Yes, you guys are the best.
Well, one of you is the best. The other one is almost the best.
Darian's the best. You had a 19.
Well, you guys did better than I did. I had a 15 total. So we're gonna continue to sneak around. As we get closer, we're gonna see a more open area. There's gonna be a bit of a fenced-in section, and what appears to be something of a small outpost building. Shit, what?
We should have taken the alcohol.
I'm kind of curious as to why.
Molotovs.
It's not that good of alcohol.
Oh.
It's weak elven ale. Shit's like 4%, if even that. It's not gonna burn.
It was an idea.
I applaud your train of thought. However, it was flawed. Very flawed. By fucking science. If they were walking around with like fucking moonshine, then yeah. Like Outback fucking moonshine. Yeah, we could have made Molotovs out of that. But no, weak elven ale. They just drank a lot of it. So as we go, the gate's going to open and a truck's going to pull out and go in the opposite direction of where we are. So almost kind of like a storage location. The building's not very big, but it could easily hold a couple of bunks and some armaments. We can't really tell what it's used for. It's just there's like 2 or 3 trucks and only a couple of lights on. And now as the truck pulls out, the gate doesn't close.
Do we see any type of patrols or...
Well, as the gate doesn't close, there's a light that's over the gate that just goes out. You're gonna hear bang from inside. Oh, it's gonna walk another drow. It's kind of like sitting there, pulling stuff out of his belt and, you know, tapping on a little PDA type device, mumbling to himself. Clearly he's frustrated.
Did you said the light went out?
The light by the gate.
Yeah.
On the side where the gate opened.
Yeah.
There was a light above it and it went out.
I'm gonna take a rock. Window.
Mm-hmm. We're over here-ish.
Oh, so there is somebody by the gate.
Well, the guy that was walking out, sitting there poking at his thing, he went out to go see if he could manually close the gate. Override safety protocols, reset it, something of the like, just to get it to close.
As he walks towards the gate, does the light come on?
No.
Okay.
You can hear him muttering to himself about always having to fix things and, you know, the cheap quality of stuff. It's just like, how can you expect me to adequately guard things and watch over stuff if everything's always fucking broken? If I'm spending more time sitting here pushing buttons and fixing shit, anything could fucking happen. I don't get paid enough for this shit. In Elvish. I think it's safe to say anytime I'm referencing drow, it's in Elvish.
Somebody's clearly dissatisfied with their job.
You could say that. How would you like to progress?
Sneaky, sneaky. So we're still a good ways out.
I just wrote on the table.
I've done that many times.
That's the rough edge to the woods. We are something akin to over here. So from where we are, we have a decent view of over here. We can tell there's a couple of windows, a few trucks left, and that the door was left wide open.
Thing is are there any more people inside that building? Darian's gonna kind of look over to Eleran. How confident are you?
In doing what?
Hitting that guard.
Very. What kind of question is that? It's gonna definitely sound mildly offended.
Well, if we want in that gate, we're gonna need to draw him out. Do we want in the gate? Because if not, we just keep moving.
I've got no idea what could be in there. For all we know, it's nothing but miscellaneous fuses. There's no guards on the outside, so could either be them not expecting anything and keeping minimal stuff to make people believe that it's nothing, or they could actually be nothing. The building's not very high, just like a one-story flat top made of your standard reinforced concrete. Pretty generic military building structure.
Darian's gonna kind of get a little closer to Eleran. Alright, here's the plan. I'm gonna walk out. Distract him. I need you to sneak over to the I need you to sneak closer to the gate entrance and get ready to take a shot.
He's distracted, so my stealth roll shall be with advantage. And I did not do very good. I want to make my way over, but he's gonna be like, "Hey, oh, it's probably just some stupid kids. Can you leave me alone? I'm busy."
Darian's gonna come stumbling out of the woods and into the road.
You're
Yuki's
high elf or wood elf descent? I mean, you're not drow descent, so it's not super relevant. But I'm curious.
Well, Yuki's gonna be kind of surprised that I just walk out because I didn't say anything to her. So she's automatically going to pull out her rifle and point it at the drow. I want to say we're wood elf.
Now your equipment has no, like, head coverage or anything? I mean, like, obviously there's no helmet, but do you have a hood or anything of the likes?
No. He's just gonna stumble out, acting like he's drunk.
He's gonna see you kind of stumble out, just like, oh great, everything's fucking broken and now I have to deal with this shit. Who the fuck are you?
What? Huh?
He's gonna take a closer look. Oh no. No. I don't get paid enough for this shit. He's just gonna kind of throw down the...
I gotta take a leak.
Use a fucking tree.
But, isn't there a bathroom in there?
He's gonna take a good look at you. Do you have a vagina?
He's just kind of... No.
Then use a tree. And stumble your drunk ass in the opposite direction.
Just like, what? You gotta have a bathroom in there, man.
He's gonna sit there and fiddle with a breaker and the light's gonna pop back on.
Oh, man. Too bright.
It's gonna hit a few buttons and the gate's gonna start to slide shut, but it's just gonna immediately fall off the track.
Not in character. It's just like... Ah.
It's gonna start, like, fall off the track, but one end is gonna be held in, so it's just gonna kind of, like, be cockeyed. He's just gonna take his fucking PDA and just go, like, throw it, and he's gonna, I'm done with this. He's gonna go walk back inside. Gonna slam the door behind him.
Ah.
Eleran's gonna look. He just threw his PDA and left it there?
Darian's gonna laugh. Well, if the PDA is anything like this gate, I'd probably throw it, leave it there too.
This dude really hates his job. He's just gonna kind of sling the rifle over his shoulder and he's just gonna walk out and pick it up.
Yuki's gonna come running over.
What the hell were you doing?
I didn't get shot.
I don't even think he was armed.
I didn't know that.
So, hold on. I'm not done.
Okay.
He's gonna sit there and start poking at the PDA. He's just gonna swipe on it. All the lights in the building are gonna go off. Frustrated. Thinking yet like another breaker of sorts tripped. He's gonna storm out and just kind of see us. It just doesn't get better.
Bathroom?
You know what? Fuck it. Go in right in front of you.
Where inside is the bathroom? He's legit gonna go in. He's gonna walk up to the door. He's gonna kind of peek in. Does he see anything?
No. You see like a small computer terminal with a couple of screens, but everything's pretty much dark.
Gotta follow through, man.
He's gonna sit there. He's gonna reset everything, and all the lights are gonna come back on. What do you people want?
You're gonna hear a toilet flush and a sink turn on.
Nothing from Yuki yet.
No, she's like terrified at this point. Like, why the fuck are we here? Why are we doing this? You're gonna hear the water turn off from the sink. The door's gonna open. Darren's gonna come
As
out.
you start to come out, feel better?
Yes, thank you.
What do you want? You didn't come here to use the bathroom.
Yeah, I did. You just heard me do it.
There's 3 of you, you're armed, and none of you are drow. This is going to be the one time that you have ever heard a drow speak in common.
Oh yeah, I forgot you have a negative wisdom modifier. Yuki's gonna step forward and just kind of be like, "We're searching for a signal."
Of course they would have. Oh, these grunts are so stupid. You know what? I'm gonna get blamed for it anyway.
You seem very displeased with your job, sir.
I'm stuck in the middle of nowhere, staring at screens, while everything around me breaks. And I have to deal with people that are so goddamn stupid that there's not, I don't even know.
Maybe it's time for a different line of work?
You know what? If there was a lot of work for drow in this kind of world as we see it, don't you think I would have already left and done it? We kind of have a bad reputation.
Earned.
I'm not going to deny that, but we do. Makes it kind of hard. Stereotypes and everything. Look, all I do is watch screens. Occasionally a truck comes in and out.
Carrying what?
Small stockpiles of arms. Occasionally it's a passenger transport of sorts. Nothing special.
Do you have keys to the trucks?
If you're thinking about finding the rest of the compound and getting in one of those, I can assure you, you won't get through the gate. They will open fire. We're not scheduled to have anything more.
Unless you want to go on a little adventure. I mean, you said it yourself. You're bored sitting there looking at screens all day. You could drive the truck. Listen, we're really just trying to find out what this signal is. We're hoping it's one of our friends. We're not with the military or anything like that.
Well, what I can assure you is they did bring in you know what? Fuck it. They brought in a recent prisoner. I kind of figured there was going to be something.
In character?
Yeah, that was in character.
I was like, why are you getting frustrated? What are you doing?
It was in character. You just kind of throw down a screwdriver. They brought in a new prisoner. Unfortunately, we're not expecting any more shipments of any sorts. So anything we were to do would raise alarm. When's your next shipment due? I only just got the power back on, and you're the one with my tablet. Lock screen.
You just gonna grab it real quick. She's gonna look at Darian. Locked screen?
He's gonna stomach. Give me that. Fall over.
He's drunk.
No, but I'm sure he wishes he was. He's gonna sit there and unlock it. There's supposed to be a shipment tomorrow morning. In theory, the shipment could come tonight, but I'm not the driver, and the majority of the security crew at night knows who I am.
Could you call in an attack?
I'm not sure I'm understanding that right. And Colin, like, we're attacking, or somebody's attacking us?
Somebody's attacking here. That would give you reason to be driving the truck towards the compound without any suspicion. Plus, you'd be delivering a shipment that they were expecting in the morning.
Persuasion.
You would have a 0 for a fucking modifier. It's an 8.
Yeah, no. I'm still pretty sure that would get all of us killed. Huh. On the other hand, he's gonna pause. Eravan's gonna look at him. On the other hand, what?
Elevan or Eleran?
Eleran.
Okay.
What did I say?
Erevan.
It's Eleran. I don't know why I said Eravan.
I was just like, have I been saying his name wrong the entire time?
No, I just said it wrong there. I came up with it and I fucked it up. God, I'm bad at this. Just gonna kind of look at his watch. Shipment's supposed to be arriving here for a check-in. Only a couple of hours. If you help me fix the gate, we could, in theory, ambush it and maybe, with the right kind of oomph, get the driver to bring you with it?
Sounds like a reasonable plan to me.
Well, it's the best I got. Look, I really want out of this. I don't know what you people are here for, or where you're from.
Darren's gonna...
But if you could get me out of this hellhole, I'd really appreciate it. And, I'm fairly versed in drow coding. If you are from the military, I'm sure I could receive some sort of a pardon of sorts in exchange for decoding.
Darian's gonna...
Let's go roll persuasion. Make a charisma save.
Fuck it, I'm gonna use the green die.
We all have to make a charisma save. Hiya! What'd you get?
15 and 7. Is this like a straight charisma?
Yeah. It's just a charisma save, so it's gonna be
Yuki's
your
got a
roll.
17 then, and Darren has a 7.
While Yuki's not entirely buying it, he has provided us a ton of information. Eleran has an 18. He's gonna sit there. If you betray us, it's gonna end very poorly for you.
Well, while all this is going down, Darren's gonna direct Yuki to get over here. She's gonna kind of lean up against what I'm assuming is the fence. Just kind of kneel down and kind of like pray. Darren's gonna look at Eleran and be like,
You're completely sold by it, by the way.
but that's why he's telling Eleran, pick your spot wisely for this ambush. And I'll help him fix the gate.
I really, really hope this works.
So he's gonna come over here and he's
You
gonna...
got a dice thing?
What?
One of the crystal cases for your dice, no?
I didn't bring any with me. You got that one there by the box.
Alright, I'll use that. Pretty close. That's not where that's going.
Aw. Well, it works.
I mean, it's still there,
Yeah.
but I just wanted to have something mobile.
Alright, so he's going to break out his tools real quick. And he's going to go to work inspecting, you know, the track and whatnot.
Tech.
He's got a +5. 17.
It doesn't take you long to get the system decoded to clear up whatever jam was going on technologically. Physically, it's pretty straightforward, but getting that gate wedged back in isn't the easiest thing to do. Athletics.
Okay. It's a 9.
You're gonna kind of give it a shove and try to reach up with what's essentially just a pry bar to try to weasel it in, but you're having a little bit of trouble.
He's gonna turn to the drow and just be like, "You know, I am fixing your gate. A little help would be appreciated."
He's gonna come over. Do it again with advantage.
Yay.
What do you got?
18.
It's gonna slide right back on. And with a couple more button presses, it's gonna close. He's gonna kind of turn to you. Well, now all that's left is to wait.
Alright.
Hope you're ready for this.
We'll find out.
He's gonna make his way back in. Door's gonna shut.
Before I get him?
Or, alright, if you're going in that way, then yeah, you can go in. I figured you'd wait outside.
Yeah, we'll go over here.
So a few hours pass, sun starts to rise, but it's still really low in the sky. Light's at a fairly low level, not that that's an issue for any of us. Truck's gonna pull up close to the woods. It's gonna be 2 honks, and the gate's gonna start to open again. It's gonna pull in and he's gonna come out. Trust you had a safe journey. Yeah, can we just move this along? I've got things to do and I'm really fucking tired. I'd like to get there, drop this off so I can go to sleep. Alright, alright, alright. Couple of drow are gonna step out, open up the back. It's gonna come around with the manifest.
Darian's gonna try and get Yuki's attention. She's gonna move to the side.
It's gonna sit there just kind of scrolling over things. It's clear that he's trying to buy some time. Driver's gonna kind of stick their head out. Come on, let's go. I've got plans for breakfast.
Darian's gonna give Yuki the signal to take a shot. It's 21.
That's gonna hit.
Seven damage.
He's gonna have already lined up a shot. And with the sound of the first gunshot, he's gonna immediately take it. First one's gonna hit. Oh, I crit.
Crit again. Not so lucky that time.
Well, that's still gonna hit.
Still not a crit.
Does that hit 2 crits though?
Really good damage.
Oh yeah. Oh
yeah. Oh yeah.
31 divided by 2 is going to be 16. Favorite enemy, 21 points of damage. Oh boy. Oh boy, that was a good round for him. He's gonna take all the shots right to his chest. He's gonna cough for a moment, and he's just gonna reach into the truck and pull out a rifle.
At which point, 13 plus 6, 19. He's gonna take another shot to the back.
You're very confident that hit. I mean, you're not wrong, but you were very confident that that was going to hit.
19!
Doesn't mean that you were going to hit.
And it's D8. I rolled a 1. So I think that's 5 damage.
It's just going to kind of graze off of him. Gonna hit him, and he's gonna kind of roll with it. He's just gonna kind of look over his back, shake his head, take a few steps forward, take a shot at me.
I think he might hit you.
No, he's gonna miss. This one's gonna turn, reach in, grab a couple of pistols. Make his way around, kind of looking, and he's gonna spot her.
He's gonna hit and crit.
Oh boy. Oh God.
Can I... Wait, is Shield of Faith a reaction or no?
No.
Okay.
Still would have hit even with Shield of Faith. You're going to take 24 points of damage.
Yuki's down.
She's only got 22?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit.
Actually, why am I writing it on here? Write it on here.
This one's gonna duck back in, and he's gonna climb into the back of the truck. Initiative.
$23.
She still has to roll initiative.
17.
Alright, so it's gonna go Darian, Yuki, me, them.
He's gonna run over, kind of pull her back a little bit. Not today, Yuki. You're not dying on me today.
What'd you roll, max?
Yup.
Sweet. So that gives her a total of 10. It's half her health back. I was planning on this to be difficult, but I didn't expect to take Yuki out in the first round of combat. This is eerily reminiscent of the last time, except she went down instead of me. With a crit!
She's groggily gonna stand up and look at her brother. Seem like, you okay? She's gonna kind of peek the side of the truck, and she's gonna cast Toll the Dead.
Already? What's your DC?
Fuck off! Come on!
You're,
I don't even know what her DC is. I didn't write any of that shit down. But I know it's not 20.
It would have to be a bit higher than 20.
It's 8 plus proficiency plus wisdom modifier, so 13.
Yeah.
And then it's for the spell attack bonus.
It's modifier plus proficiency. It's no different than a weapon.
So plus 5.
Eleron's just gonna kind of mutter to himself, shit, shit, shit.
Was it if they pass the wisdom save, they take no damage whatsoever?
Period. None. It's a cantrip. Unless you're an evocation mage, you can't override that.
It's just if they've already taken damage, they take more damage.
Yes. Instead of... In this, it would be... Well, it was D8 and D12, so in this it's going to be D10, 2D8. So yeah, Eleron's going to mutter to himself, shit, 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 shit. Because this hulking behemoth in armor is walking towards him with a rifle. He's going to take, oh boy, he's going to take 4 shots. In his panic, the first one is going to land like in front of him, but the kick is going to pull up and he's going to hit the other 3. I mean, respectable damage still. That's 6 plus 5 because, you know, stuff, reasons. 6 plus 5 because reasons. You're going to peer out just a little bit. You're going to see this guy kind of dive out of the truck. And he's just going to stick him with a stun gun.
I want to picture this as like an old man drow.
And he's going to fail. He is going to fail and be stunned. He loses his turn.
Good job, GG.
So, he's going to lose this turn. But this guy is going to take a step back over here. He's going to reach in. At first, you're not going to know what it is until it bounces next to your feet. Make it 2 dex saves.
Alright, so one of them is... no, 7... I get my modifier with it, right? Or no?
Yeah, dex save is basically just what you roll plus your dex
Alright, so
modifier.
17 for Yuki.
She passes.
I'm pretty sure you have proficiency. No, you don't, you fucker. 14, though.
14. You are going to pass as well. You are going to both take 3 points of damage. With that explosion, though, the felt backing is just going to start to shred. But you're both going to have dived back in time to take minimalistic damage from it, moving you both back 5 feet. Top of the order.
Alright, so that's Darian. Yeah, this is gonna be a little tough. He's gonna take a shot at stun dude. Have advantages.
Yes.
Yay, that's a 22.
Oh yeah, nice clean hit. I mean, we'll see how nice and clean based on your damage.
Max.
Very clean hit. So what's that total?
That would be 12.
Yuki.
Well, he's gonna move
Well, yeah, but
over here.
Yuki follows.
The truck's not on fire at all, right?
No.
Alright.
However, the smell of gas permeates the area.
Nope.
She's gonna nope right the fuck out of there.
Just gonna cure wounds though, which is 2d8. No, 1d8.
1d10.
Is it 1d10?
We increased everything by one step.
Yeah.
1d10 plus 2 plus spell level, so in this
No,
case
she doesn't
3.
have that yet.
That's level 1.
No, it isn't, is it?
Yeah. Blessed Healer lets you heal other people. Or Blessed Healer... Is it? I don't know. The level 1 thing for Life Clerics lets you heal a bonus of spell level plus 2. So that's an additional 3 health plus your modifier, so that's a total of bonus 6.
7 plus 3, 10.
Okay, so you're going to heal for 10. That's the end for you?
That's it for her.
Alright, Eleron's gonna be like, alright, I got this. Take a deep breath. Do I got this? Again, 3 out of 4. It's not bad. Come on, damages! Yeah. That's 8 plus... Son of a bitch!
What?
I didn't deal enough damage. So he's gonna sit there and just pull up a wrench. Let's go fucking hit him though.
This whole dude's just like, fuck this.
The best part is...
He kills him.
Yes. He's gonna sit there and he's just gonna smash him and he's just gonna see him hit him in the back of the head like 2 or 3 more times and he's gonna look and just, man, you really hate your job.
Oh, I'm starting to like this guy.
I see why I gave him the special figure. I need to name him. Shit.
Fuck this shit. I'm done.
This dude's gonna come around, just take a couple shots at him.
No! He's gonna get hit.
He's only gonna hit with one of them.
But still.
For good damage, though. So he's gonna take it and he's gonna stumble back and fall. He's gonna take a few more steps towards him. And that's gonna end his turn.
If I use dash as my action, I can still use action surge as my bonus.
Action surge is actually free.
Okay. I have just enough movement to get behind him.
So you're gonna dash up. Oh. Shit, I forgot to give him the alarm code.
They're still there?
What's the code? Sean responded fast all night until 9. So Sean was better to him than he was to me. Isn't it weird how he treats his miscellaneous people better than his managers who work 48 fucking hours?
No, I just think he doesn't want to lose Will.
Because if he loses Will, he's working all the fucking time.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna start to turn, but the bulkiness of his armor is gonna slow him down.
I'm pulling out my longsword and my short sword.
Okay. First attack, what's your modifier? 19, you hit.
18.
You hit.
So that's D10 plus D8.
Yes.
That's 13 plus another 8, so 21.
Your attacks are gonna come across as he's turning around, and it's gonna revert him back to where he was, and he's going to kind of stumble forward just a few feet. He's going to stand back up as Yuki's turn. Are we going to bullet concerto this motherfucker?
Yuki's gonna notice that her brother just attacked with both weapons, and she's gonna be like... Yeah, she's gonna line up a shot. And miss.
What'd you roll?
A 3.
Yes. You're gonna miss.
The shock of seeing her brother use 2 weapons.
I'm gonna miss. That one's gonna hit. That one's gonna hit. That one's gonna hit. Again. His motions and your motions, he's going to have trouble lining up the first one. And he's going to be slightly off, but the recoil is going to be fairly predictable, so he's still going to make up for it with the other 3 shots.
By the way, when he turns around, if he's going to take an attack against me, I have an extra AC.
Yes. I think that's the lowest damage I've rolled on him the whole day. That's 6 points of damage. Plus another 5, so 11. He's gonna twist at him. He's gonna get hit on his left side, which he's gonna use the flow of that motion to come around and take a swing at you. Which you're gonna nimbly dodge out of the way of.
I'm just gonna block it.
Or that. Now it's your turn again.
I take it. He's turned around.
Oh, yeah, I didn't move the figure. You're in front of him now.
He's gonna kick off the side of the truck to get behind him.
Acrobatics.
Has a +6 in that. 22.
Alright, so you're going to move just quick enough to... Fuck, how was I going to word that? You're going to move fast enough that he's not going to be able to react.
First one is an 18 base, so that's 24.
Yep.
Second one is an 18 base, so that's 24.
You're going to hit both of them.
So this green die, it works great for me. Sometimes.
It works great for me, unless I'm rolling for skill checks.
Basically, it's weird.
I can deal damage with you, but it doesn't let me be fancy. Or stealthy. Or chatty.
Or anything.
Besides stabby.
9 plus another 8, so 17.
The attack's gonna hit him, but his armor's gonna take some of it, but you are gonna knock the wind out of him. Yuki.
Holy bolt.
Make your attack roll. Well, that one's lower, so it doesn't count. You hit.
17. And Holy Bolt was a D10?
It was, for this, it's a D10. Otherwise, it's a D8.
3 damage. It's Yuki. What do you expect?
Not to leave him with 1 health? Good God. I'm gonna miss 2 of them. Oop. 2 of them this time.
So disappointed you're rolling all of your die.
Yeah, right? On the bright side, it doesn't matter what I roll, because I'm gonna pink mist him this time.
Is he still alive?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's not in a good way, but he's still alive.
Yuki's gonna spare the dying.
Oh no, he's not at 0 health. He's fine. He doesn't have to make any saves of any sort, but he's just very low on health. So what are we doing? Oh no!
What?
I thought I was proficient in more of the charisma stuff, but I'm not.
Darian's gonna quickly sheath his weapons. But then everybody's gonna notice him kind of dash towards the door of the truck.
She's gonna be trying to climb out the back, but is gonna get a rifle stuck in her face. Back in that driver's seat. She's just gonna kind of back up and go back to sitting down.
So as she gets back in the driver's seat,
Thank God for advantage with rifles and stuff like that.
as she gets back in the driver's seat, you're gonna hear just like cloth unraveling. You're not really gonna see what's going on.
Well, no, because there's like a cloth barrier anyway, so as she climbs back through, it's more or less shut off from the back.
His hand is going to morph into a lichen. And he's going to take the claws and he's going to basically shove it at her throat. You're going to do us a little favor.
He's gonna climb in the back. You're going to go exactly where you were going to go, except you're taking us.
As you're stepping into the vehicle, he's going to pull his hand back. And it's going to go back to its regular form.
And you're gonna stay very quiet and do everything as if none of this had ever happened. Because otherwise, bad things are gonna happen.
Terry's just going to look at him like,
He's gonna drop his mag and load in a new one. Pull back the bolt to chamber the round. I don't miss at this range.
Yuki's going to apply first aid.
Roll medicine.
Yay, she's proficient in that. Yay, she does good.
Cool, so you're gonna do so well at everything that he's gonna regain 1d4 hit points. If it's a 4, you get to keep it.
I don't know where it went.
It's not.
It's a 3.
I'll give you an opportunity.
Yes, it's a 4.
So he's gonna kind of like hold on like the side of his stomach. Oh. Stand up. Wow. That was definitely more interesting than my usual day. Ugh,
He's gonna hop down out of the truck.
that hurts though.
Taking a shot normally does.
He's gonna pick his wrench up off the ground.
You might want to clean that. Actually, you might not even need it.
Oh no, I'm gonna keep it. do you got a rag?
Pretty sure you can find one in the building.
He's just gonna kind of shake it off.
Duran's sitting there wrapping his hand.
Oh, fuck. No turning back now, I guess.
It's your plan.
Oh shit, I can't stay here. Where were you headed after this? Where were you headed after this? After you finish whatever weird rescue mission you guys may or may not be on.
We're still trying to figure out how to get in contact with our school.
Well, I can assure you, if nothing else, there will be a communications array further into the compound. I'm gonna wish you the best of luck. I'm gonna head west. Maybe I'll stop outside of what's it called again? I think they called it Skyfall. Maybe I'll meet you there.
Maybe.
I've got nothing to lose. He's going to climb in this truck. Guy's gonna climb in the back to avoid being seen for the window for check-in.
Yeah.
Alright. So we're just gonna kind of move all of this. We're gonna head off as a city. I need to name him.
Oh, Ranchy.
So we're gonna travel for a few hours. It's gonna get us nice and rested. Get your spell slots and stuff back. You've earned them.
It's gonna take that long to get there?
No, I'm just gonna give it to you anyway. Because I am a generous DM.
For I am benevolent.
Also, in the back you're going to be able to get a couple of frag grenades too. And they're not going to be the cheesy ones like you have.
Hey!
They're going to be straight up 2d4s with a 14 for their DC. We're each going to get 2 of them.
Said 2d4 plus what?
No plus.
Oh, just 2d4?
It's 2d4, 15-foot radius. With
15-foot radius? So
yeah.
What?
No. Like if it lands here. $15.
Okay.
With a DC 14 dex save. So we're going to pull up. Everything's just going to go like a standard check-in. Very calmly, knowing that she's going to die if she's not. She's going to make her way in. In the back, looking around, there's some pretty heavy-duty parts. Can't really tell what they're for, but they're pretty fucking heavy-duty.
Even Darien can't?
I mean, if you want to try, roll tech.
Um, 18.
They look like pots to a soup.
Are all the parts here?
No. You've got what appears to be some sort of a power turbine of sorts. One leg and an arm. Now the arm... You want to look deeper? Still tech.
Another 18.
Another 18, alright. So...
It's like 23 total, I think.
Well, yeah. I figured you're proficient. You're probably going to be sitting close around 20, 24. From the looks of it, it looks like it's actually made to like shift in its shape and functionality. You can't really tell what it would change into, but it definitely looks like it kind of disassembles itself in some way. Where there's creases and plates that otherwise don't make any sense to be there. Mm-hmm. It's, again, your intuition being like, yeah, that does something more. You can't get anything more out of it.
Can I sabotage it?
Roll tech.
So 11.
You try to pry your way in order to maybe cut a few wires or turn a dial the wrong way. Switch some diodes, but you can't seem to get anything apart. It's locked. Like, locked down.
What about that turbine?
Tech.
What is it?
3.
So that's 8.
That's even lower.
Fuck it, leg. 13?
Is it a 13?
No, it's a
14.
Gotta break something. Otherwise it's gonna be used against me and I don't want that.
Again, it's firmly locked down.
Can I tell how sturdy the armor is?
Tech.
12.
You're not 100% sure, but taking a quick peek, this stuff's meant to stop some pretty heavy-duty firepower.
Meh. I had a plan. That plan is now...
Now, you can't tell for sure, but from the overall looks of it and what you can put together from what you believe it is, you're convinced that this is designed to stop something big. Vehicle's going to come to a stop. Driver's going to climb out. You're going to hear some voices, but at first none of them really come. About a minute or two later, you can hear footsteps going away. And the back's going to get opened. What do you do?
How many sets of footsteps did we hear? Just one?
Just one coming around. You only heard two voices, and one of them you knew was the driver's. And we heard one set of footsteps walking away.
So if I choose to attack him, I'm going to assume that I have advantage.
If that's what you choose to do, yes, I'll give you advantage for surprise.
$16.
It hits. What are you attacking with?
My longsword. I'm going to come lunging out as he opens the door.
Roll damage.
10.
You reacted quick. This isn't a trained individual. You just killed the warehouse worker.
Don't care.
You gonna take a look around before calling your friends out? Or...
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Take your perception.
Great!
You're gonna look around. There's a few other trucks. But it looks like you're in just a shipping receiving area of what, as far as you can tell, is some sort of factory. As you look down the hallway, there's some windows with some robotic arms moving, lifting, and dropping stuff. There's some sparks, assuming some sort of welding is occurring. But otherwise, the room is empty.
Is it all automated?
From what you can tell, yes.
It's clear.
Everyone's going to kind of drop down, take a look at the gaping wound in the drow's chest. Just kind of shrug. Huh. Maybe this isn't where we wanted to go. Damn. Anything from Yuki?
She's gone. Yuki's finally coming to terms with all the killing.
Begrudgingly.
She's realizing it's a necessary evil.
In front of us is a big pair of what just looks like garage doors for vehicles moving in and out. To our right, again, we have those windows that lead to what appear to be some sort of fabrication area. To our left, there's a bit of a small hallway.
He's gonna look out and see what's actually being fabricated.
Perception.
Come on, crit. That's not a crit.
You can't tell much. Insight. But your gut's gonna tell you that they're fabricating and assembling the bits of the potential suit that you found. You don't know that for sure, but you have an analytical sort of mind.
I'm just trying to figure out why these 3 parts were brought in from the truck if everything else is being fabricated.
It's not like the pieces are being built, but more like assembled.
Oh.
Is your gut belief. You're going to hear some hollering coming from your right. There's a couple of sets of doors, so you can't really see what's coming, but it sounds like a lot of footsteps.
We should probably go down the hallway.
I'm going to second that. He's going to pick up the body, throw it in there first.
My initial thought was to throw the grenades in the truck.
Do you want to throw a grenade in the truck?
No.
Okie doke. So we're going to bolt off. This hallway is going to lead down some stairs before opening into a fairly large but dark room. There's almost no light at all whatsoever, but
We all have dark vision.
it's pretty limited. There's like literally nothing. It's like pitch black aside from a very small area. However, feeling around, you find what appears to be something of a breaker. Activating your little tool, you get yourself a bit of a flashlight.
I'm glad you said that, because I was thinking that. I was like, if it's dark, why don't I fucking use my flashlight? I'm pretty sure I've got one.
Now, what are you going to do? You're going to flip switches on the breaker and hope you hit the right ones? You're just going to kind of waltz around with your flashlight, keeping it dark? Or how do you want to go about things?
Flashlight.
Aravan, too, is going to kind of pull out his phone. Kind of start looking. He's going to sit there. Not sit there. He's going to walk forward, just kind of looking around. And he's just going to see this, like, big metal, almost boot. He's going to kind of pull his flashlight up. Oh, God, I hope you're empty.
What do you see?
You might want to come see this for yourself. Aravan's not going to have looked through and poked at some stuff. He's just kind of been... What?
You said Erevan.
Did I?
Mm-hmm.
Again? God damn it.
You are not Erevan.
Whatever. Eleran, Eleran. It's all the same shit. Except Aravan's a monk. Told her she had leftovers. He's gonna kind of flash his light in your direction. Careful, there's some wires on the floor. As you come over, you're gonna take a peek. You're gonna immediately recognize that these are similar to the parts that you found in the truck.
Yay, that's a 17 plus my 5, so that's 22.
What are we doing?
Looking at it. It's tech. This looks an awful lot like some of the stuff that's being produced at my father's company.
Looks like some sort of
Power armor.
I was going to use the fancier term, but, you know, whatever.
Fancier term?
Exosuit.
How is that fancier than power armor?
Power armor? Really? What is this, a video game? He's going to kind of go down and just like, oh shit, they are mass producing this. Taking a peek around, we're going to hear some footsteps coming down. What do you want to do? Aravan's going to try to tuck behind something and hide.
Are there any, like, fully assembled suits?
Yes, but they all seem to be missing the power turbine. Or at least some notification of how to turn it on.
In that case, both Yuki and Darren are gonna find a spot to hide.
The lights are going to be flicked on with some relatively big thuds. It's just sectional as everything starts to turn on. Well, I threw that clear across. What did I roll, I wonder?
I don't know.
Thank you, by the way.
That is a 9.
A 9?
Yep.
I don't like that. I'm going to re-roll it. Son of a bitch.
You got a 10.
Fuck, that's a 13. While stumbling around, I'm going to bump a few of them and they're going to clang. How do you two do?
Stealth checks.
Yes.
Yuki, not so good. But Darian has a 17.
So Darian's going to kind of bolt around. Yuki's going to try to keep up with him. He's going to take a sharp turn. And as Yuki's going to try to do it, she's going to slip. And hit the base of one that's on wheels. It's going to start to slide back and it's going to hit something at its top. And it's going to start to fall. Deck save.
$18 plus proficiency.
Well, then,
Well, 18 plus my 4.
as it starts to collapse, Yuki's just going to roll out of the way. It's going to land with a massive thud. Such, in fact, that it actually sounds like it might have cracked the floor. This shit is heavy.
Sounds like it.
Of course, that's going to draw the attention, and the guards are just going to start to flock to that area.
Darian's gonna pull Yuki and put her where he was, and he's gonna stand up.
Just imagine there's a whole bunch of these. He's gonna kind of Eleran.
This turns his name to Erebon.
If I do it again, I'm probably going to, but then I'm gonna start calling him by the right name. He's gonna kind of whisper into his skull, "What the fuck are you doing?" Most of the people that run up to you are going to be in fairly heavy armor. The rifles that they carry are going to be noticeably bigger than the others that we have seen. They're going to all kind of point them at you. What do you do? We're doing this again?
Anybody know where the bathroom is?
Oh, for fuck's sake. They're distracted. Sweet. I'm gonna kind of sneak around. I'm gonna pull out my phone and kind of start tapping away at it, like rapidly, looking over the suit. Oh, yes! Oh, that makes me so fucking happy. So I'm gonna sit there looking over it, and I'm gonna find just like this little like pressure plate almost inside, and I'm just gonna hit it. The arm's just gonna raise up, and it's gonna be like relatively loud as it like shifts into something of a Gatling gun. Oh, this is cool. I'm gonna punch it again. I'm just gonna yell out, "Run!" And I'm gonna hit it again, and it's gonna start spinning up. Make a dex save.
$17.
Oh, thank fucking God. It's gonna be pointed pretty close in, and it's just gonna like kind of pull back fairly wildly and kind of almost tip over, but in the process it's gonna gun down all of them. I think it's time to go.
Go where?
Somewhere that's not here? It's probably a bad idea to go back the way that we came.
Well, then I guess our options are limited.
That way?
Go!
We're just gonna bolt off. And as we come to the area, there's gonna be
More.
you can close it for now. It's going to be a bit of an open area, and as we storm out through it,
Isn't that one of the dudes who's on the hover thing? Well, the helicarrier?
no.
No? No.
There's going to be a couple of drow loading in stuff. One of them is going to be Eleran. What do you do?
Are we noticed?
Oh yeah. This is very wide open and we just burst through a set of double doors. We are very noticed.
Being piloted?
No, it's actually kind of slouched over. You can see coming out from like the base of like what appears to be a helmet, some kind of a wire.
He's gonna turn to Eleran. Think you can get to that?
Maybe. This gentleman is going to be in just like light clothing, but he's going to have at like the base of his skull just a circle that almost looks like some kind of a mechanical socket.
Darren's gonna look at Yuki and be like, "You ready for this?" What? He's gonna pull out his weapons.
Aaron's going to get tossed into the back.
He pulls out his longsword. And he pulls out his pistol. 10, 20, 30. He's gonna bring up the pistol and aim it at the socket on the back of the guy's head. And he's gonna pull the trigger.
Make a strength save.
A strength save?
Hmm.
13. Well, plus 3. 8.
As you go to pull up, there's going to be a force that's just going to hit you in the chest.
Why I asked her if she'd be ready, she's gonna cast Shield of Faith on me.
It's not going to do anything. Because that boosts your AC. You made a save. AC's
No, I understand that, but now my AC for the upcoming round is 20.
For up to 10 minutes as long as she maintains concentration.
Right.
You're going to get blasted back. Oh, good. Perfect time to show off what I've created. Deslin, remove this trash. He's gonna kind of bow to him. And he's gonna walk over. He goes to climb in. And, as the helmet comes down, you hear a bit of a click. Following that click, you're going to hear a scream. as the armor seals around him. There's going to be a bit of a whir as the armor starts to move. There's a crunch on the ground as it stomps its foot, makes its way in front. Have fun. He's gonna climb into the back.
He's gonna struggle to his feet.
And the vehicle's gonna head off.
That's unfortunate.
Initiative. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Alright, so he has a buy now card, come back. Alright, so he's got a 10 and she has a 16. Alright. But Jesus Christ, double ones.
Yeah. do you get my for fuck's sake? Son of a bitch! I have advantage!
Did you roll another one?
No, I rolled an 18. Yeah. I totally forgot about that. Reworked Ranger for the win. So as the truck leaves, he draws his rifle, and he's just going to immediately fire off 4 shots. The first 2 shots are just going to ding off its armor and fly off, while the other 2 are going to penetrate a little bit deeper. Not a good enough reason to use the word penetrate. So, I am going to deal 5 points of damage. Alright, so up next is going to be Yuki, then Darian, and then it.
Toll the Dead.
It passes.
Fuck you.
I don't think that's working.
It was worth a shot.
I don't think it's worked yet.
So, Darian.
Mm-hmm.
Quickly puts the pistol away, whips out the short sword. Hit, I'm assuming, because that's a 24.
Yes.
22?
Also hits.
Plus 8, so 20 damage. He's going to be swinging at the joints.
It's going to whirl around with remarkable speed. What's your AC?
20.
So it's going to take 2 swings, and he's going to miss both of them. But he's going to turn and charge this way. Make a dex save.
Seven. Can I make an opportunity attack?
You can.
Advantage? No advantage?
No advantage.
19.
You're gonna hit.
I'm going to stick my short sword in the turbine. 7 damage.
So you're gonna reach around to hit the turbine. It's gonna go in, you're gonna hear some clangs. But in the process, your short sword is gonna shatter.
I have a pistol.
Yuki is going to take 11 points of damage and be knocked prone. Top of the order.
Yuki's first.
No, I am first. I'm going to try to line up a good shot at the turbine, taking after what you did in hopes that you know something that I don't. I'm going to hit the first one. I'm going to hit the second one. I'm going to miss the third. I'm going to hit the fourth. 16. It's gonna get hit, and it's just gonna...
She keeps concentration.
Cool. It's gonna reel back, and it's gonna fling out both of its hands, and from both sides are going to pull out two very large blades. Yuki's turn.
She's going to struggle to her feet. And as she does, she's going to reach out and put a palm on the torso of the unit. 14.
No.
She's going to struggle to try and get a spell off, but it's not going to work, apparently.
Do anything else?
At this point, trying to do anything else is... fuck it. Potion. That's 5, 7. Brings her up to 18. instead of reaching for his pistol. He's got the long sword in his right hand. He's going to take a swing. Is going to miss.
Yes, it is.
But then, without even unraveling the other hand, it's just going to shift out of the bandage, and he's going to try and pry at the back of the unit.
Okay. Would you roll a pair of ones?
Close enough.
I'm just like, I'm gonna crit for Snake Eyes.
Well, at least it's +4, so that's 7.
So you're gonna hit it, and you're just, as your partially shifted hand scrapes across it, it's gonna just make one of the most horrible sounds you had ever heard. That nasty, nasty screech. With the two blades, it's gonna reach up and just thrust downwards at Yuki. What's her AC?
16.
Make a dex save.
That's a 13? No, hold on. Yeah, it's a 13.
You're going to take 1 point of damage as it just scrapes by as you roll out of the way. During your roll, it's gonna come up and swing as you regain your footing for another strike. Make another dex save.
8.
This time it's gonna hit you with full force for 10 more points.
I should have saved you.
For 10 points of damage.
Should have saved you, you dick.
I saved you! Why would you betray me? Aravan's gonna prep for another set of shots. Oh, for fuck's sake.
You missed like all of them?
All but one.
Fuck off.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Shoot the camera or something.
I'm gonna deal fucking...
Fuck all for damage?
Yeah, 4 fucking points of damage. The risk of using this kind of weapon. I'm gonna take a few more steps back. Yuki. Make a dex save.
Jesus Christ. 10.
You take 5 points of damage.
Yeah, she's at 2.
Did you just cure wounds for minimum?
I sure did. 7, but still.
You wanted all the damage you just took.
Bonus action. It's not bad.
That's your last usage.
Is it? No,
That's
she had 3.
That's your third usage this time.
No,
summer.
second.
Oh no, the first time was his. Never mind.
Yeah. I was gonna say. That was 6. So 13 altogether brings her back up to 15.
Oh, also 1, 2, 3 concentration checks.
Fail. So
He
his
loses
AC.
his shield.
Yep. But I had already accounted for that. He's up.
Yep.
10. Actually, no. 10, 20, 30.
It is going to fail. Roll your 2d4.
I'll even go with the brightly colored one.
Please work.
Show explosions. Yeah.
The brightly colored one wasn't so explodey. 5 points of damage.
No, more than that. Oh, no, you're right. It is. I'm thinking potion again. But yeah, 5.
Eleran's going to focus for a moment. He is now marked. If I hit any of these attacks, he takes an extra d8.
About time.
Oh, for fuck's sakes, am I really?
You hit 2.
Okay. I'm like, God fucking damn it. Alright, so 7 plus 4 is 11 plus 3, 14. Again, a couple of the shots are just gonna deflect off.
After he throws the grenade, he's going to pull out his pistol.
He's gonna sit there, stomp, and just like dash at you. Make a dex save. $14. What do you know? You only take 4 points of damage as you barely manage to roll out of the way before getting trampled. He's gonna turn and take a big swing with the left hand. What's your AC now?
18.
Make another dex save.
I just rolled the wrong die, but I'm okay with it.
So again, you're gonna roll out of the way. But it's still gonna scrape you for a fancy 3 points of damage. And once more, he's gonna turn with your roll and try to sink downwards with his attack. He's going to hit you once again. Make yourself another dex save.
Yeah.
Again, you are going to pass. This time
I'm
rolling.
just gonna keep using that die for my saves.
Rolling backwards out of his attack. He's still going to scrape you for 4 more points of damage.
Fuck off, RoboCop.
I never said that this motherfucker was gonna be easy. Eleran's just gonna be like, what the fuck is this thing?
Like I just said, fuck off, RoboCop.
He's gonna dash his way around. Hit. 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 Fuck yeah, hit. Alrighty. So in the process, that's not the most impressive damage. 8, 13, 23. Math. There we go. Almost. Yuki. What is that?
He's used it once. She's used it twice.
Oh, potions. Okay. What is Yuki going to do?
Yuki is going to... God, I wish this thing would fucking... Every single time I have it make a wisdom save, it seems to fucking pass.
Do what you think Yuki would do.
All your spells have failed so far. Rifle time.
Holy bolt hit.
She hits with the rifle, though.
Alright, roll your demageries.
Fuck off! You are no longer rolled for damage. 5 damage. Are you fucking kidding me? I should have just went with the fucking Toll the Dead.
Alright. Darian.
Throwing a frag grenade, does that cost an action? Like
Yes.
a full action? So I can't do it with a bonus action?
No. It's no different than throwing a dagger or anything of the likes. Casting a spell, so on and so forth.
Oh, fuck it. So he's gonna come up real quick and he's gonna take a swing with his longsword. For 19.
You hit.
Then he's going to, right after the swing, he's going to take the gun and he's going to point it right at the whatever the camera mechanism is on the front of it.
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage? Why do I have disadvantage?
Because it's really fucking small.
Four and 4.
You're going to hit, but you're going to miss your target. You're going to deal half damage from the firearm.
D8 and D10.
Now that's going to be half total damage, not half damage plus modifier. So shooting it with your firearm is going to deal your dice roll plus your modifier divided by 2.
So that's 5 damage
Okay.
from the firearm. And then with the longsword, that's 13.
So 18 total.
18 total.
As that happens, there's going to be just kind of like a hiss, and it's going to release like this steam. As one of the blades drop, a mechanism on its back is going to release something of like a large handle, as the blade fully on its right arm is going to fully emerge. He's just going to slam the two together and then come up with a big strike down.
The fuck is this? Jesus Christ!
Make a dex save with disadvantage.
Fuck. It's 12.
You are going to take 7 points of damage and roll backwards out of the way, as it's only just going to scrape you once more. However, as it slams into the ground, he's going to pick it up and thrust it forward. Make a dex save. You're going to pass yet again.
So glad this is a Dex character.
I have some really fucking high numbers on this guy, so if it wasn't for the fact that you were a Dex character, you'd be dead. So So you're going to take another 7 points of damage.
Jesus Christ.
Once more, rolling out of the way. You going to go left or right?
Right.
Again, Eravan's gonna line up for shots.
Eleran.
Eleran. Yeah, you know what? Fuck you, I crit.
Fine, you're Erevan now.
Doesn't matter, because it's 2 hits with one of them being a crit.
Almost another crit.
Alright, so that's 4. And I need one more swing. Come on, another crit.
Nope.
Son of a bitch, the last one's gonna miss. Hunter's Mark. Oh boy. Boy was Eleran unhappy with that. So, I've got 18, 26 plus 3. It's gonna be 29 points of damage. Oh, fuck math. Yuki. I like this boss.
What, the fact that it's gonna kill 2/3 of the party?
Said he's gonna kill anybody.
That's 5 HP.
you ought to be careful then.
There's nowhere I can go to get away from it, so...
I mean, unless you wanted to disengage.
I could technically... I don't have to disengage. I still have that 5 foot in
He has
between.
reach. I mean, this thing isn't using weapons that are small. Feeling better now?
No! I'm just happy she just double crit. This is aimed at the knee joint. 15, 19 damage.
It's gonna hit the knee joint and there's gonna be a couple of few sparks and it's gonna kind of crumple down for a moment. If you'd like to, you can use your reaction to move without getting provoking an opportunity attack.
He's gonna second wind, which still 2d10. It'd be
1d12
1d12
plus your con modifier, because fighters are 12 in this.
So it's a 1. No, it's 1d10 plus my level.
Oh, it's plus your level? Alright, well then
So
it's
2.
D12. Because it's...
1d12 plus 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seven. So that brings me up to 12, and then my potion. It's gonna bring me up to 18.
So as it gets back to its feet, it's going to be a sizzle. You're going to hear some sounds of what sounds kind of like metal just grinding. It's going to turn around and it's going to be much slower on its feet. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, your turn. Take damage.
A pass!
Roll, motherfucker!
Don't worry, I'm just as terrified of this thing as you are. I'm going to take 5 points of damageries as I roll backwards out of the way. I'm going to aim at that same leg joint. Fuck, that's a miss. That's a miss.
Yeah.
Yay, hit.
No.
Oh, that's a miss. That's unpleasant. And that's just as unpleasant, because that's 3, 5, 8 points of damage. Yuki.
Rifle again. This time aimed at the other joint. The opposite end of the spectrum this time.
Yes.
Yeah, why you gotta be so dumb? Why couldn't you roll like that the first time? Piece of shit.
Alright, Darian.
He's going to lob his second grenade into the turbine.
He is going to fail again.
Come on, boom. Come on, boom. Boom?
Boom-ish.
He might as well also fucking... Aw. Well, I don't know what that is. It's a 3.
Yep.
So that's 7 down. Which gets me to 25.
So he's going to turn around, just throw the sword to the ground. It's going to whirl some more.
How many weapons does this thing have?
In character? Here's where things get fun. Both hands are gonna shift.
No!
Gatling gun.
No!
So, 2 shots at Eleran. Eleran.
Erevan. Jesus Christ, you're getting called by everything but your name.
2 shots at you. 2 shots at Yuki. Fortunately, you guys are everyone's gonna be just dexterous enough to get out of the way. Pick 5 feet of movement. For both of them.
I know, I'm just trying to think. The only logical place that I could put him is, like, here. Because if he goes this way, he's moving into Yuki's line of fire.
Gonna dart off to the left to make his way behind it. This time shooting for the turbine. It's gonna hit.
Yay.
Oh, it's gonna miss. That's gonna hit. Come on! No, it hits.
But not a crit.
Alright, so I'm gonna hit 3 out of the 4. So we've got 8, 14, so that's 7 plus 7 is 14, another 3 is 17. The turbine's going to start to jam up. You're going to hear it whirl a little slower, but with a high-pitched squeal as things start to grind on one another. Yuki.
Just gonna shoot it. Right in the turbine.
No, she's not.
But it's a 14.
But no, she's not.
I should have just fucking threw the grenade.
I shot grenade, dude. Words.
With a free action, can she throw a grenade to her brother?
No.
Fuck.
As a bonus action, but that would require him to have an dexterity save to catch it.
How lucky am I feeling?
We'll see.
Fuck it. 10, 20, 30.
Not lucky enough, I guess.
Take a gunshot to the knee, motherfucker. Actually, no, you know what? I'm aiming for the goddamn elbow. You're fucking Cody too! 8, right?
Yes.
Yeah. 7 damage.
So it's gonna hit and there's gonna be like a puff of steam. But not much more is gonna happen. He's gonna turn all the way around. Yeah.
Run! Run!
So I'm going to take 11 points of damage.
70?
Ow.
How much health you got left there, bud?
A whopping 8.
Run!
So, I'm at the point where we really need to kill this fucker, or else we're all gonna die.
Basically.
So,
Fuck it.
Fuck! 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 Hit fucking 1. Shit! I needed more damage. Good fucking God, really? Deal 12 points of damage. I needed more damage than that. Granted, it only could have gone up by 2 points. But... shit! On that hit from some of the cracks, it's gonna just start oozing fluids.
Yuki's gonna throw a grenade.
Okay. Gonna fail.
Five. At least the boom die actually did a boom this time.
Yeah, right? Alright. Darian, can you do it?
She's going to, well, he's going to call over to Yuki, say, toss me your sword. And she's going to do it.
Dex check.
Fuck you.
It's a fucking sword!
We're like standing almost next to each other.
Just why the DC's not going to be very high.
It's fucking 7.
You pass.
Fucking drop the sword on the floor. I'm not saying that's what he does. I'm just saying, just like that's how I picture it right now. Just like, huh, and just drops to the floor. Oh fuck. But no, so he catches it, kind of shakes the sheath off. 10, 20, 30.
Oh, that was at like perfect distance.
So 19.
Hits.
17.
Misses.
Fuck. I was really hoping for 2 hits on that. 11 damage.
So it's gonna slowly turn and just swing it at you. What's your AC?
18.
It is gonna miss. However, with the other one, he's gonna take off 3 shots. One of them is going to hit you
2.
for 2 points of damages. Here goes nothing.
Hit. Miss. Don't know.
Pair of 15s, so that's a hit. That's
Hit.
Also a hit. One more hit. 3, 6, 12. So 6, 12. Lining up the last few shots are just gonna penetrate deep into the armor through the turbine, finally stopping it as the armor slowly stumbles forward and collapses towards you. Dexterity saving throw.
Yay! 16.
You're gonna just kind of hop back, and it's just gonna miss you. Holy shit!
Darian's just gonna kind of drop to his knees. His arms just go limp.
They've got a whole fucking factory of those!
Darian's gonna get up. He's gonna take his main hand sword and he's gonna fucking hit it. He goes, "You owe me a fucking sword."
There's gotta be a way to get rid of this. He's gonna kind of collapse and then just kind of like lay on the floor for a minute. I'm fucking tired.
We gotta figure out where they took Eleran.
As much as I'd like to agree with you. A little bit of blood's gonna drip from his mouth. We need to get rid of the rest of these things.
Never said we can't do both.
This needs to come first. We're already here. Fuck you.
Basically. Well, you're the man with the plan. How do we blow this shit up?
Fuck if I know. I don't know that we've got enough grenades for that. That shit was tough. Huh.
Wonder if the fucker on the inside's dead.
You notice that the goo that's running out of it is red.
Transmission fluid?
It's thick and red.
New transmission.
Tech check.
I don't need to. I know that it is not transmission fluid.
You take the hilt of your sword and you just like hit it a couple more times and it just kind of pops open. With that, it kind of, the attachment just kind of drags the body out.
This reminds me of that weird movie. Remember that movie, Emancipation Day?
No.
Where the dude fucking rips open the cockpit of the fucking spaceship thing and punches that other thing?
Are you going to hit it?
Fuck you. You owe me a sword.
Body just kind of collapses out and rolls over. The eyes are wide open. The first thing that you notice about it is that the eyes are almost like circuitry.
It's a fucking automaton?
Tech check. No. It is not an automaton. What you notice is that the eyes are still kind of gooey.
I don't want to touch that. That's nasty.
Or you don't have to touch it. You can tell that it's not mechanical. I wonder if there's a comm station nearby.
Only one way to find out, I guess, but pretty sure we all need to patch up.
As Eleran kind of pulls himself up to his knees, the sound of wings beating is gonna come forth. Oh fuck, I forgot my mini for him. Shit! Or is that two?
I don't know. Yeah, it is
Two.
two at this point. Because the other one you just kind of shot across the room.
It's gonna be some massive thuds, followed by some shifting. Our dragon friends have arrived. Eleron's gonna kind of look. Where the fuck were you 10 minutes ago?
He's gonna run up to Bahamut and give him a big hug.
As he says that, he's just gonna kind of collapse onto his back. We could have used some help.
Darian's gonna kind of turn over and sit down and just be like, you know, for once I agree with him. The hell were you guys?
Well, I mean, there was kind of a lot of stuff going on, and trying to find you wasn't exactly the easiest thing. You guys did some really stupid shit.
Well, we found our friend. Past tense.
He's just gonna be laying down, he's just gonna put his finger up. Progress. On the other hand, we also found whatever the fuck that is. And aside from horrifying, I don't know. Plop.
Bahamut's gonna pat Yuki on the head and kind of like, okay, you need to go over there right now. He's gonna walk up to this thing. One hand, he's gonna reach down, grab it by the head, kind of pick it up and look at it. You mortals never cease to come up with some ugly shit.
He's gonna kind of rush up. On the other hand, they are rather inventive.
Is that really what you wanted to say?
Yeah, it's close enough. Man, meant the same thing. I'm gonna stick with inventive.
So with one squeeze, he's gonna crush the skull of this thing. He's just gonna fling it back down to the floor.
The human part or the robotic part?
The robot part.
So pieces are just gonna go everywhere. The human body is just gonna collapse, and as its head hits the ground, it's just gonna make a squish, and some blood's gonna splatter out.
That's unpleasant.
For once, I'm gonna have to agree.
Did you children do this?
By do this, do you mean create it? or kill it.
Its head just disintegrated. I may or may not have punched it. But that's it.
I wasn't paying a whole lot of attention, but it happened at least once. Also, this thing, got a fucking rifle next to him, not the most effective weapon against it. It worked. That took way too fucking long.
You know, Bahamut, you've told us stories about back in the day with my great ancestor Anduin and all that. I honestly think that in a how many weapons can this fucking thing have contest, this thing might have given Anduin a run for his money. Bahamut's gonna kind of not likely.
On a scale from 1 to fucked, I'm gonna go ahead and say that unless we wreck this place, we're gonna be fucked +3. There's kind of a lot of these here.
Carry the remainder.
There might be an exponent in there somewhere, but I don't feel like doing math right now.
Long story short, we need to make this place go boom.
Well, you've called the right people. Do we classify as people?
No.
I'm asking you.
Yuki, they're not people. Just because they look like people. No.
Just because they look like people, no. I think I'm going to take that ride this time. I sure as hell ain't walking.
Right now in my head, I can picture Visera going, ooh.
Not yet. So what do you think, big guy? Make it go boom?
We're gonna make it go boom, alright.
Yes! He's gonna come for a ride, and we get to blow stuff up! Sweet!
He gets to ride you.
Whatever. He's just gonna kind of rush over, just grab him by the foot.
Come on!
You should probably grab your stuff. What are you? And he's just gonna start sliding. Oh, shit! He's gonna grab hold of it and you just drag him out. Wait, we should probably take some of that. Could be useful. Take the head pluggy thing. There was thingy sticking out of the back of its head. Take that. I think that's going to be important. How it connects, I think.
Bahamut's gonna look over at Visera and just be like, you get it.
Fine. Just gonna kind of look down at Eleran. You stay here. I'm not going anywhere. Just gonna rush over. It's kind of gooey.
That's why you get it.
He can carry it. He's gonna kind of pick it up, just rush over and just kind of drop it in his backpack. Oh, why?
You asked for it.
Whatever.
Darian's gonna grab some of the scraps from the unit, like one of the blades from the sword arms and a couple of other pieces. You know, fucking kick it again. I told you owed me a sword, you piece of shit.
You'd have to do some serious metallurgy to shorten that blade up long enough for you to use it with anything but two hands.
I wasn't taking the big one.
The big one was made of a small one. The blades weren't... They were the same length. It's just they maintained a small section in a different part of its arm that when he called it out, it got welded together almost instantaneously and then connected to the hilt. It's big. You could make it work, but it would take some time.
Darian's gonna grab as much scrap as he can from it. And he's gonna look at Bahamut. I want the sword. Yes, you want the sword. I can't carry that. You're a needy lot. Please? Fine. There's no way for us to get any comms or anything yet, right?
Not yet.
Alright, so we head out.
How's he do his explodey thing?
Are you all ready to fly?
As ready as I'll ever be.
So with the big ass fucking robot sword kind of like strapped to his side, he's gonna rear back and he's gonna inhale. And then as he exhales, big ass fucking cone of... They do fire damage, right? Because
yes.
they're brass. Or bronze, I forget which
brass.
Color. But big ass fucking plume of fire is gonna basically go from like the starting point all the way through the rest of the building. And as he does it, he's going to turn quickly and basically run at the kids, grab them, and take off.
And up! He's gonna shift back, just kind of grabbing Eleran by the midsection. And just take off. It's gonna be some small pops in the back. Followed by some slightly larger explosions. Followed by one really fucking big explosion. Like, so big in fact that it even makes Bahamut go a little topsy-turvy in flight. It's gonna make him go topsy-turvy. And, Viserions actually going to get a little dizzy and just kind of start to plummet for a moment before Eleran is just like, oh shit, grabs him by the claw, like wraps around, just takes his sword and just sticks it in his foot to wake him up. he doesn't. He's very fucking scared.
Not supposed to stab your dragon.
He don't fucking know. All he knows is that if he doesn't wake the fuck back up, there's a problem. Because they're gonna go splat and he is right beneath them.
Does he wake him up?
Yeah. It's gonna, just kind of poke him. He's like, alright.
I was gonna say Bahamut will fly over and kind of with one claw just kind of grab Viserion by the scruff. Pull him up.
Yeah. Kind of squeeze a little tighter. That was rude. Okay. So with that, there's going to be just kind of like a clearance. We're all going to get a notification that connection had been restored.
Hey, comms are open.
We're going to fly off for a bit. Take a landing. About an hour or two flight outside of Skyfall.
So we never found the truck?
Not yet.
Fuck.
We're going to land and open up comms. And with that, Alana's gonna come over the comms for the same conversation that we had last time, but I don't remember what the fuck it was, so I'm not doing it again. Something about her calling out, and somebody else would be like, don't fucking use your full name, dumbass. Fuck you.
That and Willem getting on the comm talking to Darian.
And all of that stuff that goes down. And with that, we have scheduled to meet them in Skyfall. We are now both level 3.
Yay, level 3.
And I can now continue this story with Jeff. Or without Jeff.